There's a lot to consider before moving abroad: the effect of a transfer on your daily life, how it will influence your family, whether healthcare will meet your needs, and what it will mean for your emotional well-being and bank account. For starters, global financial services company HSBC, who know a thing or two about expats' concerns, is here to help. The company just released the results of its annual Expat Explorer survey, in which researchers asked a range of questions to 27,587 expats in 159 different countries and territories. The questions and the resulting rankings were separated into three overarching categories: or leagues, family, experience, and economics, and all of them were considered when compiling the overall rankings. Here, counting down from 10, are the best countries in the world to live in as an expat. Before we begin, we public new video every day, so be sure hit button subscribe for more great content. United Arab Emirates. The delineation between terms like expat and migrant is a complicated and controversial one, and nowhere is that clearer than in the oil-rich United Arab Emirates. Only around 11% of the people living in the United Arab Emirates are Emirati nationals. The vast majority of people who call Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or one of the other 5 Emirates home, are from elsewhere. While most of these residents are from South and Southeast Asia, having come to the Gulf to take jobs in construction yards or as domestic workers, there are also the business people temporarily taking up residence in the Middle East's financial hub. While a representative of HSBC told us that the survey makes no distinction between migrant laborers and expat white-collar workers, suffice it to say, the latter group is likely the reason United Arab Emirates makes an appearance on this list. In a place with zero, that's right, zero, income tax, these young professionals find that they can make much more money than they do back home. In fact, according to the survey, on average, expats in the United Arab Emirates saw an increase of 50% in their incomes after moving. Add fattest wallets to the list of United Arab Emirates superlatives. Austria. In a ranking of the best cities for expats released earlier this year by human resources consulting firm Mercer, Vienna came out on top for the 8th straight year. The access to cultural landmarks, safety, and general ease of life were all cited, and Austria makes the top 10 here for many of the same reasons, but also due to a healthier than average work-life balance. A full 80% of expats in Austria reported that their work-life balance had improved since moving there, compared to just 53% with expats globally. With all those theaters, art galleries, concert halls, and coffee shops, we can see why. Sweden. When making the decision to move overseas, there's more to consider than career prospects, especially if you'll be resettling with kids in tow. Not only are there the emotional and psychological ramifications of bringing your kid into a whole new cultural environment, but the logistics of navigating a new school or child care system can be dizzying, too. Unless, that is, you're in Sweden. When it comes to families, there are few better places to make a new home than the Scandinavian nation. 71% of expat parents said that setting up childcare and school was straightforward, compared to the global average of 39%, and 72% reported the quality of childcare being better than it was at home, compared to 43% globally. Suddenly, those long, dark winters don't sound so bad. Australia. Moving somewhere new can make you healthier. At least, that's what survey respondents in Australia suggest. More than half of those who have taken up residence down under report that their health is better, against a global average of just 36%. Figuring out the healthcare system, too, is a breeze. 58% said so. Plus, that healthy lifestyle extends to the whole family. 72% of respondents said the health and well-being of their children has improved since moving to Australia. Canada. The only North American entry into the top 10, the United States sits way down at number 27. Canada gets points for a culture of tolerance. 76% said that the country was more welcoming than their home country is to people of different backgrounds. Political stability goes a long way in making people feel welcome, as well. Around 8 in 10 said that they feel like the country offers political security. Plus, things are just getting better. Confidence in the economy has gone up by 14 percentage points since last year and now sits at 70%, a full 17 percentage points more than the global average. And all that is without taking into account that natural beauty. Netherlands. The Netherlands, which took the number 15 slot in 2016's rankings, rocketed up to the top 5 this year, largely due to how family-friendly a home it is. While most of Northern Europe ranked high when it came to the family section, the Netherlands takes the number 1 spot. 76% of respondents said the move improved their kids' health and well-being, and 72% reported a better quality of education than at home. Plus, is there a more blissful family activity than a Sunday bike ride along Amsterdam's canals? Germany. Survey respondents had an overwhelmingly positive experience with expat life in Germany, especially when it comes to economic indicators, like the prospects of career advancement. Concerns over terrorism seem to have done very little in swaying that outlook. 62% of expats believe it's a good place for expats who want to progress their careers. The global average is 54%, and for the economy section overall, Germany comes in at a comfortable third place. Berlin, in particular, is called out in the report as a fantastic place for expats, with its plentiful cultural offerings and an efficient public transportation system. New Zealand. New Zealand makes the top 3, largely due to its number 1 spot in the experience section of the survey, which involved questions about the quality of day-to-day life, how easily expats have integrated into society, and the ease of finding accommodation and getting settled. In all those measurements, Middle-earth comes out on top, as respondents report an easygoing, friendly environment, with the added benefit that from mountaineering to kayaking, there's just so much to see and do. In fact, living in New Zealand is so nice that expats have trouble moving on to the next home. 7 in 10 New Zealand-based expats surveyed have stayed put for 5 or more years, compared with just 52% of expats globally. Norway. What would a top 10 list be without Norway, that Scandinavian nation, population 5.2 million, consistently rated the best country in the world? The country takes living well very seriously, whether it's by moving to ban fossil fuel-powered cars or by enacting laws like Allemansretten, freedom to roam, which stipulates that all uncultivated land, the forests, the fjords is open for anyone to explore. When they're not gallivanting around the wilderness, expats seem to be pretty happy with their career prospects. 84% feel confident about the local economy, in comparison to 53% globally. Singapore. The city-state of Singapore is officially the best country in the world to live and work in as an expat, for the 3rd year in a row. Safety is a major concern while living away from home, especially when families are involved, and a whopping 82% of expats in the Lion City report feeling safer than they did at home. 3 out of 4 expats there said the country offers better earnings than their home country. 83% were confident in the strength of the political climate, 50% said they took more holidays since the move, and 74% said their children have a better quality of life than they would have at home. So, it's got all those numbers going for it. But, what about the katong laksa, chili crab, and char kway teow? Let's be real, the actual reason expats love Singapore so much lies within the culinary paradises of its hawker centers, right?